We moved downtown for a lot of reasons. Obviously, some of it was just our commitment to the revitalization of downtown, but most of it was self-motivated. We're a growing company, and the reality is we can't continue to grow unless we can attract and retain really good employees. And the reality is they want an exciting place to be. They want an inspiring place to work. They want to be able to walk to amenities. And honestly, moving into this space will help us grow as a company and get the employees we need to do that. We're at 320 North George Street, which is sort of at the north gateway coming into the city. So if you were coming south from, say, Harrisburg and came into the city, this would be one of the first places you arrive. This building is at the north edge of what we call the Market District in downtown, which is an area that's seen a lot of redevelopment. And this building is a 1920s pipe and plumbing supply warehouse that was built by the PA&S Small Company, and has been that for all this time. It was last occupied by Thomas Somerville, a plumbing supply, and it was taken over by the Redevelopment Authority of York, and we bought it from them and turned it into 21st century office space. And our challenge was to figure out how to turn this into a really productive, modern office space for our employees, but to try and keep as much of the amazing parts of this building as we could. So it was sort of a deductive design process where we tried to figure out how little can we do to this building because it's such a cool space to begin with. People say that we can only see our future if we understand our past. And the reality is a lot of the details in these old buildings are amazing, and we can't recreate today, at least not in the economy that we're in. And so being able to leverage these great old structures is important. And then secondly, the reality is that economic development and the renovation of existing buildings ties in great to sustainable ideas of green building. So why take the energy and the resources to build new shells when we have so many of these available to us to reuse?
I want to thank everyone for coming. My name is Kevin Schreiber. I'm state representative. But more importantly, for the better part of the last decade, I was our city's community and economic development director, which meant for the better part of that last decade, I worked for this lady, this man, Carol Hill Evans, and the Kinsley companies over here. So I want to thank Rob and thank Kinsley for not only inviting me to come, but for creating easily, and I think everyone would agree, easily, one of the most inspiring workspaces in all of York City, for sure, let alone York County and possibly Pennsylvania. So this is... It really is an incredible space, and many, like you, or our county commissioners, Chronister and Hoke, have driven by this on and off for the past several years, and it's a little bit deceptive. You look from the outside, you see the big brick box, but now you walk inside, and I've got to say this is my first time being in since probably permits, and it is amazing. So it is so cool to be back here. It took us a little bit of time, but no one could have predicted 2008 would happen, but for all of the naysayers that aren't in this room, that could not be here and would not be here, I want to let everyone know this is part of the Northwest Triangle. So when we continue to say we are moving forward with the Northwest Triangle, we are standing in the vertical construction of the Northwest Triangle. So with that said though, this is a huge component of it, an integral piece of the triangle, and obviously one of the biggest pieces to move forward. But across the street we have York Academy, the old Smizer Royer building, which was built in 1866. And we have, ladies and gentlemen, Tim Fulton. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tim Fulton. But across the street, we now have land under development agreement to build a 2-screen movie theater. First time a movie theater is moving into the city of York in at least decades. And just down along Beaver Street, we have a development agreement with the Kodo Development Group to do 2 Kodo buildings, market rate apartments. So the vision of the Northwest Triangle set forth way back in 2004 and 2005, which was mixed use, residential, commercial, walkable, bikeable, and recreational, is coming to fruition. And I'm certain Rob will talk a little bit about it, but this is truly bikeable. So this is a great example of what we need in our city. It's a great example of urban redevelopment. I'm certain in months to come we'll have AIA and ULI in here to really show off this new showpiece for York City. But I wouldn't be doing my new job for the state of Pennsylvania, and I want to thank any voters out there, if I didn't literally do back of the cocktail napkin math. So in this intersection of North Street and George Street, either the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the City of York, or the federal government has invested approximately $29 million. So in this intersection, North and George Street, state government, local government, federal government has invested $29 million, which has leveraged just shy of $100 million in private investment. That's $1 in and more than $3 back. And that's a pretty good return on investment, even in an economy that no one could have predicted. So that's where the public sector and the private sector can work together and bring new jobs to our downtown, which will have untold return on investment in the spending dollars of all of the employees. So thank you again to Rob, thank you to the entire Kinsley company, to John Kinsley, Tim, to Mr. Kinsley, who will still be Mr. Kinsley to me, to Barbara Sardella, who I know is here, who spent countless hours sitting across the table with all of the fine folks representing the city of York. So thank you guys. It's a great chance to be here. I'm so glad I could be here today. Thank you. Congratulations. And I want to hand the mic over to Mayor Kimber.
Thank you, Representative Sharp. Welcome to everyone to downtown York. Thank you to all the elected officials that are here with us today. Good to see our county commissioners. We are excited about you being here. There are so many opportunities for you to be part of our community, to be part of the city of York. There's a house for sale right there. There's one down that way, one back this way too, by the way, and some apartments as well too. But there's opportunity for us to truly be partners as we continue to revitalize the community in the city of York. I want to thank LSC and Rob and all the team for being here, for being part of this opportunity to really change what we have seen in downtown York. I was talking to Josh Carney, and we were just trying to envision this area without the stadium, without all the other things that are happening. And I can't even think back that far. This has been such a unique area and an exciting area to see this opportunity grow. And thank you, congratulations LSC, congratulations to everyone. Welcome to the employees again for being this close to us, and we'll be seeing you around town.
Bear with me while I do some. Bear with me while I do some thank yous. I want to thank, obviously, State Representative Kevin Schreiber in all the hats you've worn to make this possible. I want to thank County Commissioners Cronister and Hoke. Thank you for being here. Obviously, a big part of this. You clearly understand that the fate of the city and the fate of the county are tied, and we just can't wait for all of it to continue to do better and better. I want to thank the mayor. Thank you very much for all your work. You know how long we've worked on this. I want to thank our city council members who are here. Both Henry and Carol, thank you for being here. I also want to thank the Redevelopment Authority of York. I want everyone to remember that they are the vehicle that helped make this possible, and they don't always get a lot of press. And I know Dave Cross isn't here now, he might be here later. I want to thank Shavosky. I don't know if I saw him yet, but he does tireless work. So I just want to remind everybody of all the people that are involved in making something like this possible. And mostly I just want to welcome everybody. I can't tell you how excited we are to be here. We were right in the center of downtown York for many years in the 90s. We grew out of our space. We moved as far to the edge of the city as you could without leaving. But we really felt that lack of walkability. We were part of the city, but we weren't. We had to get in our car and go everywhere. And we've only been in this building 2 weeks, but I can't tell you what a difference it makes. It's a less than 4-minute walk to Market.
There you go.
And I have been biking to work, as you pointed out. I can literally hop on the rail trail near my house. It's a 4.74 mile bike. It takes me about 22 minutes. and I can go from my door at my house on a farm, and I can be here, and it's been terrific.
Wow. That's, yeah. Just for biking.
Just a little bit about the building. You know, this building is an amazing building. For those of you who don't know, it was built in the early 20s by the PA&S Small Company. Amazing, great name in the development of York, so it's great to be in a space that they built then and is still being used today. Our goal when we moved into this building was that it was such an amazing space inside. Our design goal was to figure out how to do as little as possible to this space to not mess up how cool it was. I'll let you judge if we succeeded or not. And we wanted to have a positive impact. So this building, if you don't know, is designed to be a LEED Platinum building. Hopefully we'll have that designation soon now that we're done construction. And we want it to be useful not only in that way for the environment, we want it to be useful for the city. So as a public or a professional services firm, we chose to put our offices in the back and the second floor, and we have rental space in the front that we hope will be filled with things that'll take advantage of the great things that are already happening on North George Street. And we created this space, which we hope we can share with the whole city, whether it's the AA having lectures or whether it's United Way having their thank you dinner here in March. We wanted to integrate right into everything that's here. And I just want to thank everybody for coming. Thank you. 3, 2, 1.